I have to store it all locally, which I don't want to do. Because I don't have that kind of storage space. Alright, we are officially recording, so you keep all the... Sarah, just lock down as much of the racism as you can, okay?
Can't make any promises.
Well, thank you for even trying. I need to do a quick voice check. That'd be such a bummer if we found out later that none of it was recorded.
Test. It sounds fine. I'm on it.
Oh, okay, great.
Update from my brother. He did not read the book.
Are you serious?
Yeah, he's leading a busy life.
I won't. Okay, I won't comment on that. But well, that's disappointing to hear. I think it's been like 4 calendar months. And I think this book was all of 250 pages.
Hey, it took me a weird amount of time to read it.
Yeah, so getting right into it then. I'm just going to talk about the book and then I'll ask some questions, I guess. But why I chose this book instead of a new book that I hadn't read, I think I mentioned to you guys a while back, but I, as a young person, like 13, 14, 15, I started reading like speculative fiction. It started with a book called Alas, Babylon, which is amazing, and I almost chose it for this. And that kind of got me on my sci-fi fantasy stories that are strange, stories that are fully outside of our reality, but still have kind of character work that you can relate to, because like Philip K. Dick, our writer here, wrote, books about... What year is it in Blade Runner? They say at the beginning? It's like, not Blade Runner, in Androids. It's
2023.
Like, yeah, it's like now.
It's far off of now.
But I love that. Like, I think Alas, Babylon was written in the 50s, and I think it's in 2002 or something, and it's totally different. And I love thinking about the things they got right and the things they didn't get right. Because, like, in the 50s, nuclear war was a certainty, Yeah. So, like, Anyway, I'm fascinated by all that, and that's why I chose it, because I love the idea of trying to write a future thing, and it being wrong, and it being so right, in a lot of ways. This was, Swiffer and I were talking about it before we started recording. It's not really would you guys describe it as it's not character-driven. What was the word you said, Swiffer? It's like
plot
driven.
Yeah, kind of, yeah, you could probably move the puzzle pieces around a little bit, because, like, I like Deckard, and I've got some interesting questions about Deckard, but, like, I don't know how central he is to the story we're trying to tell, other than that he's in it.
Well, it's just, it moves between 2 different characters, and none of them have any growth in the story. They don't have any growth in the story, like, themselves. They're just kind of, like, there.
Yeah,
and it's all about what's actually happening, rather than what the character is going through.
Right.
And that's why it's mainly plot driven rather than character driven. The characters aren't really moving it.
I'm not gonna lie to you guys. This time, so I hadn't read it in a while. So that's part of the selfish reason I wanted to revisit it. I found Isidore. That's how I've been pronouncing it in my head. I found those chapters this time kind of grating. Like, did you guys feel the same way or not really?
Kind of what?
Like grating, like kind of like...
Oh, like kind of hard to get through?
Yeah, I was like, man, fuck this dude. Like, I get it, but like, man, I don't know. This time I did not have a lot of sympathy for him.
He's like, what do they call him?
A special?
Special?
Yeah.
Did it mean that he's like kind of...
Yeah, which
I guess?
Did not age well. I think special in the context of this was like, there's so much radiation on Earth that some people like absorbed it and it like messed up their like faculties. Yeah.
Okay.
He is but they say it as like a noun, I think. So he's like a special.
Yes.
I think.
And apparently people, I guess, are able to tell just by interacting.
Yeah, it seemed like that was kind of clear right off the bat. Like, again, not super awesome in terms of... I don't think Philip K. Dick was thinking about accessibility in any way, unfortunately. Which happens with these, especially these speculative... Like, all the... I'm not defending it, obviously. All the women in this story are kind of just conduits to, you know what I mean? Like,
oh my, so much unnecessary, like, dumb shit that actually I could probably talk about and get angry about, but it's
talk
it's
about it, man. That's why
fine.
we're here.
I know.
No, I mean that was the 50s. That was literally how
Right.
people thought and depicted women, and
Yeah.
that's why it's like been such
They were all pretty
hard world.
one-dimensional.
Yes,
Yeah.
they exist to kind of give the line. Like his wife is miserable, and like, what was it? I loved the Mercer setting number 3. Not the Mercer, the mood station.
Oh, the thing, yes.
And it
what
number
they
3
wake up-
the mood board.
was
The mood board.
yes, the mood board. It would set to agree with your husband, agree with your adoring husbands. And I like that it was number 3, which means they put 100,000 of these, but the third one they thought of was the one to make the wife listen to the husband and agree with him.
Also, he
Yeah.
just very casually cheats on her, and like it's not.
And it's not even a deal.
Yeah, there's nothing about it.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't have any regrets. I don't even know. I guess he doesn't. Maybe he doesn't consider it cheating because it's an android.
Yeah,
but
right.
But I mean, for me, it's like, is he a robot? Because he does not understand her in a way. Like, he is the question, do androids dream of electric sheep? Because he's there literally driven by this electric sheep, obsessed, more concerned about his electric sheep than he is about his wife, because he has to prove that he is human. But maybe he doesn't know that he's human, and that's why like they have those things. And she's just like, I just want to feel emotions. And he's all like, anything to do with emotions, because can he have emotions? Because he is maybe an android.
Damn it, Sarah. That was going to be my mic drop question at the end of our session, where I go, okay, guys, do you think he's an android?
I totally an android.
it did, but I mean that was something I didn't think about in the beginning. And then when they started, he was like hunting down androids, and they were like, "Well, maybe you're the android." And I was like, "Oh my god, maybe he is the android."
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of the central thing at the end of Blade Runner. My favorite thing to do if I make someone watch it is turn to them and be like, "What do you think? Do you think he's an android?" They're like, "What do you mean?" Anyway, but yeah, definitely felt clearer this time, because like you're right, I don't think he thinks, his monologue does not talk about his wife at all if she's not standing in the room, like,
right.
yeah, what's her name?
like,
Rachel. Rachel is the other android.
Yeah. And like the way that she like was like when he was like, look what I got us a live animal, and she wasn't really like excited. She was just kind of like, yeah, good job, honey.
Yeah, it wasn't for her, really. You know? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to mention, the Isidore stuff. Oh, okay. We're just circling back. So we all agree that the Isidore chapters were kind of...
No, we don't agree.
Oh, okay,
I really enjoyed his chapters a lot.
Okay.
Because he felt more human to me than Dick or Decker, whatever you want to call him. But so I actually really, I think in the because I also read this a long time ago, and so I like to have, I'm really excited to reread this one, and then the one that Sweepy picked out, Under 1,000 Suns or whatever.
1,000 Splendid Suns? I forgot that was hers. Oh, good. Okay.
Yeah, I'm really excited for that one. But yeah, I really understood his chapters a lot more this time around. In terms of like, to me, he felt more regular human, not like special. Maybe he got radiated, maybe, but I think everybody else was so digitized and so like electronic driven that he's the only one that is like normal.
The irony being the person who's been cast out of society is like what's left of like humanity, you know?
Right.
Yeah. What do you think, Swiffer? Were you a big Isidore fan? I think it's Isidore. I wish I had my book next to me.
I think I said Isidore.
Yeah.
I think was how I pronounced it. I mean, I didn't mind him. I kind of like felt a little bit bad for him.
Yeah.
It was slightly painful, like when he picked up the dying cat and he didn't realize like it was a real cat.
Yeah.
And they made him feel stupid about it, and like they pressured him into making the phone call. Like that kind of like it made me feel bad for him.
Like he was so
I
desperate for like companionship that he was just gonna kind of do whatever. The moment I thought it was really well written. One of the early chapters when he's in his apartment building like by himself, and they describe the world, and it's like, yeah, for an apartment building to have like a third of its occupancy is like bustling. Like there's just not many people left. And how excited he gets when he hears someone else in the apartment, like in the room. I forget, he brings them something or something, and he's so excited.
Yeah, he doesn't know what to bring them. Yeah, he's like, flour, what am I gonna bring them? I should bring them something. And that's why I'm like, he feels very human, because that's what a human would do.
Right. Yeah. I love that. That's one of my favorite storytelling elements in any story, is when a book makes sure to tell you that the person is thinking about what should a person do right now. Like that kind of introspective of like, what is a person supposed to do? I'm obviously not normal. What should a normal person do? Like, I love that line of logic. Let's see. Yeah, Isidore, our best boy. What was it?
He found his spider.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was fucked up.
Oh, the spider torture scene was messed
that was
up.
fucked up. That's the moment where like he's starting to realize, but it's too late, you know?
Yeah.
Like, oh, these people don't
just fight off some androids.
Yeah, these people are fucking nuts. Like, this is not a big deal. Let's see, mood organ. Oh yeah, okay. So I've got some questions that I think are interesting. They're kind of all over the place. The mood organ, right? I like that concept a lot. It feels very, Fahrenheit 451. It feels very Buster. I forget the name of the cartoon, not the cartoon, but their TV show guy. But anyway, it alters your mood. Why does it have negative settings in this world? You know what I mean? They talk about
just
like
want it to be realistic to the entire human condition. Also, I cannot imagine what it looks like in my head. I don't think I even looked up what a picture of.
I was just thinking it's a radio, and it's got like a big something that like, I don't know, shoots like a phonograph and a radio had a baby. I don't know what it looks like. I know it's got a dial on it.
Yeah, I just picture a dial to like a radio, and you can like plug something into it or something. I don't know. Picturing them plugging into it. But I feel like the wife said something about it, like you can't live like on a constant happy or content. You have to experience some lows and highs, because it makes you treasure those moments when you're really happy even more.
Oh yes, that's right. Yeah,
because you know how what it feels like to be sad and what it feels like to be down, and she's just like, I want to experience it.
Yeah,
because like it makes me feel better when I'm happy.
She had like a scheduled like emotional downtime or whatever, like time to be miserable or whatever. I thought that was really funny. And really
I thought
sad.
That was hilarious, and I'm like, that's amazing.
And he didn't like that, right? He was like,
honey,
to yourself.
Yeah, he was like, honey, why are you doing that? That's not what we agreed.
Just go ahead and just do it like this. Just why would you even want to feel like that? And I'm like, he's totally.
And the great irony being like, they're eliminating these things pretending to be humans and becoming less human themselves in doing so. But yeah, I thought that was an interesting question. This time the Mercerism stuff felt like an indictment of religion in a way that like felt a little heavy-handed this time. Did it come to you guys that way, or like did you register like Mercerism being super important or anything this time?
Well, I have to look up what indictment means.
You're trying to bring somebody into your cult, like you're introducing them, and everything is like propaganda that's leading you to believing that all of this is true and real and the best for you and whatever.
Yeah, it felt like this time, for just it could have been me projecting onto it, but it felt like every time the author mentions Mercerism, it's kind of like talking about how stupid religion is in real life. Like you know what I mean? Like, oh, it's clearly just controlling these people. You know what I mean? Like, not that that's untrue necessarily, but it didn't have any redemptive quality. I didn't feel like it had any. It felt one-dimensional, like the female characters, where it was like religion bad. you know, which is not an interesting take to me.
Not everyone believed in the Mercerism thing, right?
That's true. I think it was optional. It just seemed to come up with like every conversation, but maybe it's just because Deckard was and Isidore. I think both.
Isidore.
Yeah.
Isidore definitely, but it was Deckard's wife.
Yes. That checks out.
I don't know if he was super into it.
Yeah, because then they have the other device where you like touch a thing and experience Mercer's thoughts or something.
His being.
Yeah, you like relive his memories and shit.
The only thing I didn't understand was you're like there collectively when you I guess tune in.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one shared experience.
And you get like angrier as you stay in it or something. I feel like Isidore kept like feeling emotions he didn't want when he was in it.
You like get hurt.
Yeah.
You're like pelted with rocks and shit. But I mean, that part they never really fully explained it.
And he's hurt. Like he's physically hurt. They're like his arm is bleeding.
Talk about bleeding.
They don't really talk about that again. And you're like, what?
Where do the rocks come from?
Right. Yeah. So I guess the like memories are so powerful that your body gets hurt and remembers it in real life. Anyway.
It happened to Deckard. He also got hurt because he took over for his wife. And it was just just like a really weird thing. Yeah, they never really talked about, even though because he like him at the end and he was like sympathizing with him, but it was just like very just disjointed.
Yeah. I guess the parallel or like maybe I get the term I want, or the climax for it was when he like drove all the way out to the desert.
Near the end when he's like just going like out into the world.
And he's like literally, I don't know, climbing a hill and got hit by a rock or something like that. But still, it wasn't.
I mean, it makes
anything crazy.
It makes sense to me that like a world driven to the brink of like everyone died and we're having to leave to go to other planets would have a religion kind of be a huge impact. I don't know. It felt like not an afterthought. That's too rude of a thing. It just felt like, I don't know. There was no redemption in it. Like it was just about sympathizing with other people, and then you find out Mercerism's bullshit, and it's like a news broadcast, and everyone's like, "Yep, religion bad, and it was our only hope." You know what I mean? I don't know. It was a very bleak take on religion for me.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I wanted to make sure I at least touched on Mercerism.
Because all the characters in the show were like immortal, right? Like they've been on forever. But how could that be? Because of whatever. Yeah, I mean, it just literally just felt like religion and cult is just hard throws away. But yeah, it just felt not lazy, but just weird. He never really did anything.
Right. Yeah, it felt like sort of like his wife, where it's like he needs something to tether him to the world in some way, like beyond the animals. So I'll write this, you know what I mean? I'll give this thing sentience, if that makes sense.
Yeah, instead of people thinking that I'm a sheep lover.
Yeah, it'd be a weird story if it's just him and the sheep, I guess. Yeah, Japer, how's it going, buddy?
Good. Sorry, apologize for my delay.
No, you're fine, man. I'm pretty scattered. It's we're just kind of throwing spaghetti at the wall.
I like it.
What did you think? Did you read it recently or did you read it not so recently?
I read it both. So
okay.
I read it in December, but then last week I still had the loan on it.
Mm-hmm.
I reread portions and pieces of it.
Yeah.
So I like skimmed through this chapter, skimmed through the other chapter. That was great.
Yeah. It's
also, I'm a little biased because I do like those movies, both of them.
Yeah, right? That's kind of I discovered the book first. And
there's a movie on this?
Yes, Swiffer. So yeah, I buried the lead.
I did not know
this book is like Blade Runner with Harrison Ford. And then they made a sequel 5 years ago? No, probably 10 years ago now. Ryan Gosling, and I love them both.
More importantly,
for
with
reasons.
Ana de Armas.
Ana de Armas is there.
Oh wait, I love that one.
Yeah, it's great.
Okay.
Yeah.
Blade Runner 2020 something
2049. Yes, 2049. But yeah, the original Blade Runner is this book basically adapted.
Okay.
Right.
They make some pretty big changes, but yeah.
Yeah, Harrison Ford is Deckard.
Yes, and he's awesome. Yeah, it's an interesting movie. I fall into and out of love with it all the time. What did you think of the book, Japer?
I loved it. Unlike you, I didn't even know the book existed. To be honest, I never cared to look at what the original material for Blade Runner. I just always knew that it was a Ridley Scott movie. That's how I remember the thing, right?
Yeah.
And so reading the book, which is very different than the movie, in a lot of different ways, I found it very refreshing because it's one of those things where, like, worlds where you want to spend more time, whether it's a video game world, a book world, a movie world, whatever. You kind of want to spend more time. You wish there were more books, more material. And like what I find sometimes, for example, is like, I think I mentioned that last time, I kind of force myself to like comics because I wanted to consume more Marvel material, but I'm not into comics. This was easy because I am into books. So like, if you tell me, hey, we're going to tell you another story about a Blade Runner set in the Blade Runner world, I'm like, sign me up.
Yeah.
I liked it.
I have a similar issue. I don't know if it's because I didn't read them as a kid, but I should like comics, and it just doesn't do anything for me the way books do or movies do.
Yeah, there isn't enough there. Sarah and I have had this discussion a long time. There's not enough. I don't care. It's not a price and value point. It's just like there isn't enough story there to tide me over.
Right. And then you're done, and you move fast, or you move fast through it, and you're like, oh, okay. Like, I don't know.
I'm not satiated when I get through, like, done with 5 comics. Now, if you give me the omnibus, right, the whole fucking 200 page.
Now we're talking.
Now I'm chewing through something. Now I can put it down, go get a coffee, a sandwich, and come back to it later.
Yeah. But we talked a little bit about Isidore. I personally found him a bit. I had not reread this in a while. I kind of chose it because I wanted to, and I obviously wanted to share it with you guys. His chapters were not super fun for me this go around. Swiffer had I don't remember. No, Sarah had the opposite experience where she's a fan of Mr. Special. How did you feel about Isidore? I'm sticking with Isidore. I'm just gonna say it with confidence from now on. But I don't know if that's
yeah. Isidore. What's Isidore's last name?
It's like letters, right?
Sebastian Isidore. No.
I don't think we should do a 4-month break next time because the details get fuzzy.
JF.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah. So I liked it because if you remember the first movie, and I have very present because I watch it semi regularly, you don't get a lot of Sebastian Isidore in it. You get one brief scene, and then that's it.
You get the creepy doll scene, and then you get the scene where he meets the Tyrell guy, and I think that's like it.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, and not that I wanted more from that character, because it's in the version of the movie, it doesn't give you enough. But in the book, he's more relevant, and I found it enjoyable because it kind of grounds the story in something that's not like Deckard, because everything from Deckard's perspective, or that perspective, can be a little bit dry at times because you're in his head thinking about what he's thinking and his anxieties, and he's so
he's got to make more money so he can eventually buy. If he gets all 5 of these, he might be able to buy a real horse. Like, he's kind of a single-minded guy.
He's going, so like, it's refreshing. The Isidore chapters are refreshing because he's very naive, and he's just, that perspective is just like, here's what I'm seeing, and she's cute, and maybe if I bring her this, she'll pay attention to me or whatever. So I think it's a necessary break from Deckard, who's a bit of a a single-minded guy.
Yeah, and we were talking earlier, Japer, about the women are not served particularly well.
No.
Like I think when he meets Rachel and that all starts to pop off, I don't know that he has a single thought about his wife at home. You know what I mean? Like,
no, yeah. Well, in that case, men are not painted really well either.
Yeah,
right?
So no, like, right. It's not a great like relationship. But like that's really not what the book's about. Like the book is kind of about what's real, and like everyone's just kind of a puzzle piece in it to me. Like it just feels about what's real and what's fake, and where is that line, and why does it matter, or does it? You know what I mean?
Book, like, yeah, the book to me, if I had to like when you say what is it about, I think it's a satire, but it's not. It doesn't come out and say it's a satire.
Like a dark satire.
It tries to dress it up as something like cyberpunk, dystopian, something. But in its core, it's making fun of consumerism. It's making fun of religion. It's making fun of what matters and what doesn't matter, or perception of what matters and doesn't matter.
Right. The joke, the like dark joke being, it's all for this sheep. It's all for this, whatever. What is it? The almanac that has like all the animals in it. Like it's all about trying to pretend like you're the kind of person that could do this, even though like literally the world has ended and that's all you're worried about.
Feels very Miami. Like this story could be set in Miami.
Right. No, that's a great point.
And everybody be like, oh yeah, this is what the Miami people do. Again, not to homogenize the whole city, but
yeah, but there's a vibe.
There's a vibe. Yeah.
You kind of touched on Mercerism in the same. I felt kind of the same way on this read. I came away thinking, oh, like religion is barely more than a punchline almost in this book. Like it's very obviously a grift. You know what I mean? Like it's not. Mm-hmm. There's nothing redemptive about it. And this time I paid attention. I was like, oh, that's kind of a bummer. Like this is a kind of a dark way to categorize this. In real life, I think less than 5 years after he writes and publishes this, he has a vision. Philip K. Dick does, and I think he tries to found a new religion or something.
Of course he does.
Yeah, and I think it becomes a cult, and I think things take a dark turn from there. So maybe this was like the beginning of that. Like, oh, religion's a lie, I have it figured out type shit. Yeah, it's best not to look super closely at all that.
Interesting though. But yeah, not surprising.
Let's see. I have some
The Man in
questions.
the High Castle. And we love that that Amazon Prime show.
That's a good, that was a good show. I never finished it.
I didn't either.
It took too long.
But I remember it being really good.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, he wrote that book. I want to read the book.
Yeah. So random things I was just writing as I did. I wish I had prepared this better, guys. We definitely should do like 2 months to keep it tight, keep my brain focused. What do the specials, Isidore, and the androids have in common? Is my next question I have on here. I have it kind of set up like a school reading list.
They're all not very smart.
How dare you?
Actually, wait. I was just thinking, the androids are... I don't know. I feel like the androids... It was 3 versus 1 whenever, what's his name? Deckard, like, arrived, and they were all destroyed very quickly.
That's true. Because he's got his gun that has a cool name that I don't remember.
Even they had a gun.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. But Deckard does this for a living, man. Deckard's an absolute...
He was almost taken out by, like, the first one.
Did a blaster?
It's not...
to do it.
It's like a chunker or something.
And those last 3 were kind of like in hiding and knew that it was going to happen and just kind of wanted it to happen in a way.
Yeah. Yeah, and they only live for 6 years, 10 years.
Right.
Yeah, they have like a very limited life cycle.
6 years.
Yeah, so it was like, I don't know. I like that part of it too, where like if you're going to die in 6 years anyway, like why bother killing your captors and escaping to Earth? You know what I mean? Like that's I guess my dark version of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's just sad, right? Isidore is so sad and so lonely that he'll be friends with anyone, even these peeps who like are barely pretending to care about him.
Yeah. In a way, the main thing that they have in common is the outcasts, the specials, and
right. Yeah. They both don't
belong
by
society.
Yeah.
I think that's.
I'm trying to think how that plays into the capitalist metaphor, and like, I don't know. You don't have the nice things, but you're not even trying to buy a sheep, and like, and that's shunned.
I think they did, but did they explain why people wanted or needed an animal? Was it just like a show of...
I think it's just, it's the same way you need a Mercedes, I think. Like, yeah.
It was a status thing. It was a status thing, and to like prove that you were not, an android, because they were making such good models and stuff like that. So it was like, you have, and it's like, because they all died out due to the nuclear war that had happened, or the nuclear things that had happened. It was like doing your part as humanity to keep alive these animals and to like keep Noah's Ark going in a sense of a way. Everybody's responsible for something living. Yeah. Like, you didn't hear about like people having children or anything like that, which I thought was like really weird.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember everyone is buying lead cod pieces so that they can try to remain, like, save their fertility or whatever.
Yeah. But like, the wife, like, what did the wife do other than sit at home?
The wife existed for one purpose, and it was to be miserable and complain about everything.
Depressive. Yeah.
The story is definitely not about I can't even remember her name. Deckard wife.
Not Catherine, but
could tell you.
She's not even featured in the movies.
No, they decided that Harrison Ford would be by himself. Oh yeah, it's Iran.
Iran.
That's it.
Yeah.
And then for some reason I didn't write anything until the very end. Do you guys remember the scene with the toad at the end when he brings her home the toad?
Yep.
Yeah.
That was disappointing. Oh yeah, that was after his trip to Oregon.
After his so does he die out there? Like, why does he have that vision? Like, he's not attached to the machine thing. So like, what in world, or was this a true religious vision when he goes to the hill or whatever?
Yeah. That's when he gets like hit by a rock or something, right?
Yeah, that's when
relates to Mercer.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like he was just having a psychotic break.
Yeah, I think in that setting, like, you get real disoriented, and you kind of manifest what you've been thinking about. That idea keeps playing in the back of your head, because like the way it's described in the book, it's like all kind of like very disoriented.
Yeah, he's like, I don't know which way is up and down, and then this weird shit's happening to me.
Yeah. And I think, whether you're high or you want to be high, maybe because a lot of these people in this time frame, whether they explicitly say it or not, they're wrestling with their own identity, right? They're wrestling with their sense of belonging, right? And so I think in a way, Decker's he's not absent from this. He also has this issue. So whether it's real or not, it's not surprising.
Yeah.
That he would have this kind of moment, because it anchors him, or it attempts to anchor him, when in reality he's just another kind of cog in the machine, another lost soul, if you will.
If I'm gonna get a little navel gazing here, so I'm gonna need you guys to pull me back from the brink, okay? But like, I feel like every interesting question this book raises comes back to, is this real? And does that matter? And I feel like the vision, the final vision at the end, is about humanity's need for something like religion. Like, he's reckoning with that maybe these androids are like more than machines, and I've spent my entire life neutralizing them, and like there has to be something more.
I feel like that ending plight finally, because like he never understood, like when everybody gets on the machine and you're feeling everybody's emotions all at once, and whether it's somebody's happiness or somebody's sadness, and like you're feeling that connection that humans naturally crave and want as like a thing. And he didn't get that feeling until he climbs to this hill and is hit by falling a rock. And then he's like, oh, this is what people are experiencing when they're all connecting onto that device with the prophet.
Yeah.
And I just think like it was very telling. Like the only redeeming quality like at the end for the wife is like the toad was electric, but she decides to take care of it anyways. Like it doesn't matter to her that it's electric. She was just like, oh, I'll take care of it anyways. Like it doesn't matter if it's real or not.
And that's what made me just love like that. Yeah.
Her husband to be electric, because she clearly doesn't care. Like maybe she prefers it that way.
Right. Like maybe that doesn't matter. Like maybe the whole central question is like actually it doesn't matter. I really like what I think it's him, and he's like, you know what, I guess I'm gonna have to go out, or maybe it's her, like I'm gonna have to go out and buy some food for this thing. Like for that sweet, like that little drop of sweetness, you know what I mean, in this like just pool of shit. I don't know, but like something he believed that Mercer might be real so hard that it became real, and like humanity kind of makes its religion. Or am I just like did I get my head stuck in my ass? It's possible, and I'm not above it.
No, I don't think it's about that. I'm trying to follow the thread here. I think but what you're saying is, don't we all make it up anyway, whatever it is,
right?
Whether it exists or not.
And if we make it up hard enough, maybe it is real to us. You know?
Well, but it's not like it's not the carpenter, right? Whatever your belief system is,
the carpenter,
the magical carpenter, or anything, right? It could be any variety of deities that you believe in.
The heavenly handyman, if you will.
Yep. I think it's beyond that. It's like if you believe so hard that money's important, then you're married to that belief, right? Like
that's your
belief you're married.
Yeah.
That's we call it religion, but it's more generic than that. It's your belief system, right? If you believe that men are pieces of trash, or that whatever, the darkest theory, or the government, or the government ain't shit, or this, you kind of that's all of your opinions come from that key point, right? And then it's whether it passes that or it doesn't.
It's all filtered through whatever lenses you've set up.
Yeah.
Hilarious about that, Drew. If you're gonna believe that all of a sudden he had this belief system in the whole Mercerism thing, is that it was like the night before they had that show where they were saying that it was
bullshit,
where it's all bullshit.
Right.
And then at the end he's deciding to like, no, actually this is like legit. Like this is I see why people do this now. I like, the whole like he finally understood it.
Right.
And that it just said more about human connection and the need to connect to other humans than it did to like religion or anything cult like that.
Yeah. I think it speaks to JP's point. Like I guess I didn't put together in my head what you just said of like he has that epiphany, and then the next day and like the next chapter it's like news reports coming in, this is all horse shit. That it is kind of a one big dark satire. I didn't think about that. Sarah, did you like the book? And no shade, I'm not going to take offense, I'm just curious.
No, if I didn't like it, I wouldn't have reread it. I've been like, I was looking forward to rereading it.
Yeah.
Good. I didn't think it was like the best book ever because, there's lots of holes in this plot, but it was good. It's a very like a lot to chew on.
Yeah, that's what I like about it. It's very chewy. It's very you're reading between lines. And sometimes I feel like I'm putting too much in the margins of like what was Philip K. Dick trying to say or whatever. I'll say this though, I still enjoy this book. I did enjoy it a little bit less this time, and maybe it's because I'm not a teenager now, so like the impact wasn't like I'm watching The Matrix for the first time and my head's exploding. It was a little more like, okay, I see the tools we use to tell this story. Let's talk about favorite parts. I love is it the Voight Kampf? I don't know how to pronounce that either. Yeah, I love that idea, and it probably links to me loving those scenes in the movie. Are there any parts of the book that really stood out to you guys?
I like just the description of how the world is. That's why I almost wish there was another book just based off of
the world,
people living in this world, because the concept is cool. Like only most people did go to Mars, but like there are still people living on Earth, and there's like we were saying, like not an apocalypse, but
a semi, a close enough apocalypse.
Yes, so I liked it in that way.
I do think you and Kevin should watch it. The first movie, it's a classic.
It's kind of trash.
But but it's like it is not this. We learned a lot about how to make movies in the time between.
Yeah,
there are some really cool scenes, but
I just love Blade Runner 2049 so much.
2049 is great. Yeah.
2049 is fantastic. So sometimes you say that they use the term, "Oh, that movie's ahead of its time," because it's a good thing.
Yeah.
In this case, it's a bad thing. They wanted. They were so ambitious with it.
Yeah. They took some swings.
A lot.
They literally said that superior intelligence is bad. Like I highlighted that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's worth especially since you've read the book. You should watch it sometime and please let me know what you think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Chapter 129. What really stood out to me that's relevant to our time, as you were saying, Drew, like checking between what happened, like it's interesting to see what somebody from 70 years ago was writing about,
right?
What we're
and what they
living through.
Yeah, I love that stuff.
Hold on, let me get to this part. 1, 2. I highlighted something because I was like, the wife, I think it was, she goes, she was looking at the goat and she was going, is it really real? Is this not, it's not false? And it made me think of like right now with AI and how advanced technology has gotten, we're like constantly with every piece of news, any video, anything is like, is this real? Like, they're questioning this just like I'm currently having to question everything in my life, being like, am I actually seeing something real, or is it AI?
Who posted this? Who did they repost it from? Yeah, totally.
Yeah. So like that was one of the really like interesting parts for me that like kind of stood out, where I was just like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, back then they had when did the War of the World radio
broadcast
happen?
I don't know. Good question. Let's see.
And when you first started having like television and color television, that sort of started where you could make anything that you wanted, and people weren't sure what was real and what was fake.
Yeah, that whole chapter 15 is where I have most of my highlights, and I think that's the one that was really, really bugging me out.
Which part? Sorry.
Where he buys the goat and he's the advantages to the goat, and then when he bought it, and then he like brings it to her. Yeah.
Two of my more important highlights. One was in chapter 3. I highlighted the word vidphone because I thought it was funny.
It's excellent. That is the perfect. It's the 50s and 60s, and I'm trying to imagine what that would be. Yeah.
And then chapter 12, I highlighted 6 or 7 for 6-7.
Nice. That'll age really well. When you're watching this, when you're listening to this in 10 years on your vid phone, that'll age really well. Future Swiffer, 6'7" is a meme joke that is relevant, well, barely relevant here in February of 2026. You'll need to look up. You just watch a vid about that.
On my vid phone.
Was there a part that stuck out to you, Japer, that you really enjoyed or stuck with you just because it was interesting?
I like all the scenes with Rachel.
Yeah.
She's a different character than what they portray in the movies. But while it's not about her at all, the story, she's very sophisticated in how she handles things. And I didn't even know what her motivations are.
Right.
It's kind of interesting to think about the android motivations kind of thing.
And she's like the super advanced one. So like there's this extra layer of like fear,
the Nexus 6,
and like oh shit, like this one we don't even know what this one can do.
Is she human or as close to human? So right. I think it brings up some interesting questions, even to like as we approach something that could be a Nexus, not for us, not in our lifetime, right? But maybe beyond Esme, Tilly, Claire, their lifetime, maybe they're approaching something that could assimilate to like a Nexus 6 or something.
Totally. Yeah. But yeah, it was fun to revisit for sure. Let me see if I have more.
I do have some real highlighted quotes.
Oh, go ahead. Hit, please.
Hit it.
My actual quote said, usually I only highlight things that I read it and I liked reading it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, totally, man.
Chapter 2, the quote is, "By then, naturally, he himself would be dead. Another interesting event to anticipate as he stood here in his stricken living room, alone with the lungless, all-penetrating, masterful world silence." I don't know why. Just like that.
No, it's good. It's evocative. Yeah.
Chapter 7. Most women, even young ones like her, like to cook. It's an instinct. That was fucked up.
Yeah. That's got that 50s sensibility.
And then towards the end, the last quote that I liked was, "As Mercer said, I am required to do wrong." I don't remember the context because I can't get to them because I rented this book, but...
Oh, did you just like screenshot it?
Sorry. So Libby lets me like still look at my highlights, but it doesn't let me go to it in the book. I can just literally only see the highlight.
Yeah, it stores them in there.
Yeah. Japer, Sarah let the cat out of this bag before you joined the call, but I'll ask you because it's the moment I really wanted from this conversation. Are you sitting down?
It happened.
Is Deckard an android?
Is Deckard an android? No. Laura would have me say no. And that's not the Lord, Lord, it's Lore.
Oh, okay. I was like, oh, okay. So you found Mercerism while you were reading this book.
No. Lore, the lore would have me say that he isn't.
Yeah.
But he alludes, he himself questions and start kind of blending that kind of empathy line because of the feelings he has, but his thoughts, the way he thinks isn't in line with, and like he would have to be something beyond the Nexus 6. He would have to be a Nexus 12 to be as complex as he is in his range of emotions, thoughts, etc.
Yeah.
I would be more akin to say that the wife is an android, but
I mean that's not off the table either. But I think it's just because she's frankly not super well written or well rounded.
Right. That's just I think that's a narrative choice, not a.
Yeah. No. That's definitely like the point, I guess. But it's a warped one, I think. Yeah. I don't think anyone on this call remembers her name.
No, I ran.
Yes. Oh yeah, we did remember her name
after we looked it up.
Yeah, But I will say this.
Hi-oh.
To answer the question, I say no because 2049 is about the big driving force for 2049 is that Rachel, the android,
spoiler alert,
could meet a kid.
Yeah.
Everybody's seen the 2049 now.
Yeah, it's a great movie.
But yeah, it's a great movie. Yeah.
I had to try to explain, completely off topic. I had to try to explain to Catherine there's a male feeling. I think it's uniquely male, but only because I am. But there's a male feeling of the perfect bleed out spot. Do you know what I'm talking about, Japer? Like
bleed out spot.
I've seen the meme. I've seen the memes of it where he lays down and bleeds out.
You're laying in the snow and you've been fatally wounded, but you have this final beautiful moment and it stretches on for eternity. Like there's something very romantic to the male gaze, I think, about that, and that movie does it perfectly.
yes,
yeah. There's you're in the mountains and you've defeated the last of the goblin horde, something like that.
This is like that Roman Empire whole trip.
Yes, right. Also, the movie, if any of this interests you, the subject matter, Ex Machina, it's probably a decade old now. Great movie. Oscar Isaac. I think he's from Guatemala or something, or his family is.
A little bit Guatemalan, yeah.
Yeah, he is fantastic in it. But if this subject matter is interesting to you, Ex Machina is fantastic.
Yes.
Alicia Vikander.
Ooh, spicy. Yeah. Fantastic and spicy in that movie.
Is that the lady in that movie?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But she's spicy.
Yeah, she's got that spice. What were everyone talked about their favorite moments.
I distracted everyone.
Now we're all thinking about Alicia Vikander and how Ex Machina changed our lives forever. Overall, I did enjoy it, but I enjoyed it less than I did as a young person, which is probably true of a lot of speculative fiction like this, where it's like, but if I had a niche where I retired and could read forever, I would start by reading every piece of sci-fi written in the 40s, 50s, and 60s, because it's just some of it is so outlandish, and it still has lessons that are relevant to this moment, like how status is so important. Well, Philip K. Dick would have had a field day if he figured out what Instagram was. You know what I mean? I just think that that stuff is so, I don't know, it's so interesting to see the world through their lens. Final thoughts. We're going to have an abbreviated session because I'm not super prepared, but I think we need to do ratings. I think that is one thing we should do between each one. Does that feel fair to you guys?
No, yeah, we talked about this. We should have standardized rating.
We should have standardized
rating. Who made it wasn't me. Did I make a spreadsheet?
I think you said you were going to.
I know a spreadsheet was made. I don't know. Oh, yes, I did make one.
I was about to say, I don't have it, I don't think.
All right.
As the official producer, I'm offended that you didn't.
Yeah, I'm embarrassed.
JP.
I don't want to put the pressure on. Last time I feel like I went last. And I'm gonna go first, if that's cool with everyone else. Last. You want me to go last?
Because it's your book.
Okay, go ahead.
Does that mean I go first? Or
whoever. Yeah, I can go last.
I'm gonna give it, without too much precursor, it's a book I could recommend to certain people that I think would enjoy it if I know their reading style.
Right.
It might be a book that I read again. And for that reason, I will rate it a 6.5.
6.5.
6.5. Okay.
Swiffer.
Rated a 7.5.
Sarah just skipping in the line, 7.5.
What fucking line?
I'm sorry. Jesus Christ.
I'm a little jealous. Yeah, I'm a little jealous of Sarah's score. I feel like that's a better score. You know how you hear somebody else's and you go,
I should have ordered that.
I should have got them fries. Yeah. The
kimchi does sound good
right now. Yeah, on my fries right now. Yeah. Kimchi fries, K fries.
Swiffer.
It was okay.
Yeah.
Overall, for me, when I don't like a book, I can't finish it. I usually cannot.
Catherine's the same way. She'll if she's not to the halfway point, I think she'll just be like, "Nah, I'm good," and she'll like, I kind of have to finish it.
Yeah, I know a lot of people don't like the do not finish thing, but I can very easily not finish a book.
Yeah,
I can give you my bingo DNF sheet that I just recently acquired because I have a problem with that. But recently, and since I've had children, I will DNF a book like 5 pages. I don't want to know the rest of the story. I'm not reading it.
Just fucking dip out. I mean, I think that's a skill, to be clear. I think that's valuable.
I don't know. I used to hate on it when I was, couldn't have done that when I was
young and hip and cool.
Time is sacred. You know what I mean? Like, if you're not there for it, you know what I mean? It is what it is.
Yeah. My time is valuable.
Yeah.
I will always DNF a movie, a show, or whatever. Like, I read or consume until I'm satisfied, and then it's done. And it doesn't matter how many more seasons or chapters or whatever is left. But second, the only caveat to that, if it's a book club thing.
Yeah.
Like
right.
Then I honor the commitment and power through, and I've read some pieces of shit. Garbage. Some legitimate garbage, and part of me legitimately regrets it because I'll never get that time back.
Right.
And that story's fucking worthless. But
looking at you, Wuthering Heights or fucking Scarlet Letter.
Norwegian Wood. I have a list of books I'll never recommend. Like, absolutely not. Like, not even if you're in death row do you deserve to have such poor literature choices, and why people choose this. It's fucking beyond me. However, yeah, that's the only caveat.
Yeah.
Like, anything else, if I choose it and I'm not in it, fuck it. I'm done. This story's not worth telling or reading. I'm done.
Swiffer's gonna give it a 2.3.
So if we're going with strong, with the 4.5.
So what I'm also basing it off of is I'm looking at our ratings for Blood Over Brighthaven as well.
I think we fucking loved that book, right? Like,
yes.
Yeah. We were 8s and 9s.
8.3.
Yeah,
anything
that checks
else?
out.
This is whether or not you fucking like this book or no. Did you like it? Yeah.
Damn.
No one's feelings are going to be hurt if you give it a negative.
Yeah, if you didn't like it, that's totally okay. I'm just grateful that you read it. Yeah.
I know, but she's trying to.
Yeah, she doesn't. Yeah.
I'm just trying to keep it like relative.
You're keeping the meta, and I respect it.
I'm gonna give it a 5.75.
Yeah, because when you don't, like, all of us, the rest of us that don't have the spreadsheet in front of us, that feels like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just got to go with the flow. But when you are faced with your previous course, you bias accordingly. It's impossible not to.
I'm glad I revisited it. It'll be a minute for me if I do it again. I do think I love questions. My favorite thing is thinking of interesting questions that are hard to answer. And it's why I've enjoyed writing D&D stuff. It's what I seek out in good games or good entertainment, is like difficult questions. And it still does that for me, even though, boy, the female characters felt paper thin. Like, I didn't, like, my teenage brain did not register that years ago. That the women basically aren't even characters. I'm gonna go nostalgia tinged a bit. I'm gonna go 7.25.
Okay.
And I don't know if you guys use Storygraph.
Love it.
Catherine's got me on it. Okay, we should all become Storygraph friends if anyone else is on Storygraph.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah. Be my friend.
I want to say that I'm not racist.
Thank you for prefacing.
Yeah.
JP has a problem with
Storygraph?
Cults.
With showing any kind of Goodreads Storygraph.
Hey, it's
yeah. The other one is I can't remember what I've read, so I have to put it down somewhere.
I like that it tracks you by the year, so it'll be like this year I had a goal of 12 books, and it kind of helps me track it.
Yeah.
Sarah, how dare you be accurate, first of all, and second of all, I have to give in eventually, but I'm
Another thing it helps me with is when people make recommendations for me, I want to remember them, so I just have my little list.
Yeah, I have a list of 200 books that are
seeing
like
what my friends are reading and like what they've rated it and how they interacted with this book. I specifically love Storygraph for the end of the month wrap ups. I will totally blast you guys with my end of wrap up. Like, I have no problem with it. I used to just like the one where it told you like what you read and the little graph, but now I really like the cover pages of all the books because it's just more satisfying.
Not to make this an advertisement, Japer, but since we're all talking about how great it is, I like that it will, when you're looking at a book, it will kind of it'll take out the buzzwords that have been used in the most reviews. So it'll be like, a lot of people thought this was fast-paced and well character-driven. A lot of people thought that this part was weak.
Yeah.
So you kind of have an idea of, oh, I know that I love an interesting sci-fi story with like, that is heavy sci-fi and less about the characters, and I can learn that in a glance.
Fine, I'll join the thing.
I'm sorry, Japer. I feel like we just...
what's your name?
I'm gonna join it.
Oh, I wrote the wrong.
18973. Just to keep it.
Wait, what is it?
It's gonna
PG 18973.
Their app is not amazing. I'll be honest. It leaves something to be desired.
Love
I have a question about the book. If we're stopping the advertisement.
Oh my God, Horror Hollow.
That's me.
Jeez, sorry about that. What were you saying, Japer?
I have a book-related question, maybe the last one.
Okay. Yeah, please.
The Void Comp is like probably the best thing in the whole fucking
thing. So cool, dude. Oh my God, that's so cool. Yeah.
It's the best. It's the best. I love the name of it. I love everything about it. I love it when they do it in the show, in the movies. Yeah. It's great.
It's the coolest part of the movies, and it's awesome.
And the what it attempts to do is detect an android, right? Through empathy.
Like empathy,
or maybe a range of human emotion or reactions, right? Whatever. If absent of the Void Comp test, if we could have one today and you could master it, what would it detect?
Like to beat ChatGPT or something?
No. I mean, it could be ChatGPT if you want to, but like it existed today, but it didn't measure empathy.
I see. Yeah.
It's a test that's administered. It's called the Void Comp, but it doesn't measure empathy. It measures what? What would you like it to measure? So like maybe, does it measure psychopathy, your degree of psychopathy? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
There's going to sound corny, maybe.
Love. It measures love.
No, kind of close, adjacent. At first, I was thinking like an FBI profiler type of thing, right? Very detectively thingy.
Right.
And then I was like, success, but not in a professional way, right? Just your ability to succeed in life, in the game of life, whatever the fucking thing's called. But then I started thinking about a bunch of different other things that I think would be cool. And it would not be success. It would be something like...
I'm thinking like capacity. Like... But see, that's like I've been playing Mutagenics a lot, and anyway that maybe that's not right, because then you're filtering people based on their capacity, and that's no good.
People are going to feel judgy for this, but I'm going to choose something that I think is relevant. I think that if the Void Comp existed, it would measure your capacity, kind of, as a parent, your ability to parent. And it's not mandatory for having kids, but you need to know what your fucking score is so that you can act accordingly.
Yeah, it's for you. It's not like a government mandated thing, but it's like, hey, you should look at this before you think about that part of your life.
Right.
Yeah.
Because it's going to inform you, like, you're bringing children into this planet for whatever selfish or otherwise reasons. You're bringing children into this planet. And we're not going to prevent you if you want to have 20 or you want to have 2 or you want to have 0, but you take this. And what it might do also is for those who are very apprehensive about being good parents, they don't want to be because they have these reservations that I don't think I'm going to be a good parent. Maybe they take it and the test is fairly accurate and it gives them confidence to say, yeah, I think I am going to be a good parent. The test says I have this aptitude. So it could go both ways. It could be, I think it's a net benefit that doesn't exist today.
I like that. I think it's interesting.
Yeah.
Mine's going to be if you're a good football player or not.
Yeah, if you're likely to use your fucking blinker when you're turning.
Yeah, this one's about, instead of a driving test, you just sit down for this thing.
Yeah. You're approaching a turn. Do you feel compelled to use your blinker or not?
Yeah. Mine for that would be that they, whether or not they return their shopping cart. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Sarah's out there with her clipboard. That's her Voight comp test.
Yep.
Yep, that's literally all of mine. Because like the parent thing, people have very strong emotions about how they're gonna parent and what they're gonna do as parents, and then they become parents and they like completely switch identities, who they are, what their beliefs are, what they're gonna do, what they wanted, how they're gonna raise the kid, and it's just like, but like if we're talking about how do you feel about children and how certain things and behaviors and all their things, totally on par. But I mean, I just witnessed it firsthand where it's just like you told me one thing, which is fine, I don't really care because you're just a friend, but then you became a parent and your whole life completely, like everything you said you would do, you're not following.
Right.
Fine, it's just weird.
Right, but in this case, the Voight comp, because it's not interested in the story you tell yourself.
The JP comp, it cuts through all the bullshit and it gets,
it's not measuring for the story you like to tell people out loud.
It's the JP comp, and
yeah,
you see a turtle. What is it? You see a turtle. He slipped over on his side. How do you feel? What do you do? Sarah, unrelated, but I think parenting is interesting as a thought experiment. Do you think, how true is this statement? Do you think everyone's got it in them to be a good parent?
No.
Okay. I think that means something to me, because as the parent here, as far as I know,
last time
I checked, I think that's interesting, because I think I would have thought no as a kid, and I still think maybe no now. Having met more people.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely not.
I mean, I feel like a lot of people who aren't parents would be good parents, and a lot of people who are parents are maybe not the, I wish there was like a parenting class sometimes.
Or like a JP Conf test that people can take.
Or like a JP Conf test that then puts them into, you need to get these certificates before you can move.
Yeah.
It's going to become a thing.
I'm excited for you to invent it, buddy. But no, I appreciate you guys reading this. I'm glad I got to. It's a strange little thing. It's kind of a weird book. I think it's just Sarah and Swiffer left, right?
We also have Station 11 by...
Hey, look, I love MC. MC, if you ever listen to this, I love you and I forgive you. This does not sound as harsh as it is. If you don't read the book, you're not in the running for the next book to be chosen.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah. But he has
watch
to skip
his
the book
book be chosen.
You know what? I actually think for the lulz, his book should be in the running, because I think that'd be hysterical.
Well, he did read the other one. He read the.
Did he? I'm not so sure.
Whatever, Bray.
I'm questioning everything. My whole worldview is shot.
He didn't come to the meeting.
But he read the book. I remember him reading it because we talked about it. Me and him talked about it a couple times.
All right, how do we pick? What did we do last time, or did we make like?
Wasn't it our little
do we have
wheel?
A wheel?
Sarah made a wheel.
Sarah, make a wheel.
Sarah's had the wheel.
I made a wheel.
How do you show us the wheel?
Only if I share my thing.
Yeah, share your thing. I've got it capturing Discord, so we can go to your thing.
No, I don't want to.
I don't remember if I cursed this time. I don't know if we're gonna lose sponsors, but I may have said.
You might have said the heck word.
Yeah.
Well, I hope not.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, if I did,
I like this, and I don't care.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm really losing my grasp on. I know I don't curse at work, but in my personal life, I think I'm a little liberal with sprinkle it like.
Yeah,
Drew,
I've gotten bad about that.
You literally did. Back in October, you did 5 kickoff questions. How did you like the book overall? Favorite character and why? Favorite part of the book? What didn't work for you? What themes are addressed?
Yeah, well, I that would have been helpful information an hour ago.
That's so funny. I'm sorry. I'm trying to find my way out.
You're okay. I mean, I could also make oh, guys, I think there's websites you can make one in like 10 seconds. Here, I got you.
Oh, you can definitely do that.
That's all I'm doing is spin the wheel.
Wheel of Names.
I thought your wheel just existed always.
Thanks, Wheel of Names.
Wheel of Time. The Wheel of Time.
I don't know if it.
I got you.
Something.
I got you, fam.
Where you got a wheel?
Here, and I can tell you the things if you want to do it, Drew.
1 second.
Fuck.
Okay, I got it. I think. Yeah, there we go. All right, we got. Thank you, wheelofnames.com. All right, what are the entries here?
We only have 3: the Kite Runner, the Whale in the Living Room, and Station 11.
Oh, the Kite Runner's so good. That'd be a fun one to reread. Station.
I'm excited.
Should I put 2 of each to make it a more colorful?
No.
Okay,
fine. I mean, if you want to. If you want to.
All right. Are you guys ready to for me to spin the wheel?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
The wheel is spinning.
Are you sharing your screen, Drew?
No, I had to broadcast it or share it. Guys, it's the best case scenario.
Station 11?
Station 11. Congratulations, MC. We're gonna read your book.
I think he'll show up. I
hope he doesn't, because it's a funnier story if he doesn't.
He shows up but doesn't read the book.
Yeah, he's like, oh, you guys, I didn't read it. Who wrote it?
Looks like Emily St. John Mandel, if I've found the correct book. 11 is spelled out instead of the number.
It is.
I'm going to Libby right now. And
I already have it because there was a spell on it. Yeah, Emily St. John Mandel, which is a terrible name.
Did I spell it right? Mandel?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Well, then we'll see you guys not in 4 months. Tentatively April or May, early May, maybe.
End of April. Yeah, early May, end of April.
Yeah.
April, not May.
April, because May is kid time, right?
Right.
Also, I'm in Destin the last week of April. If you guys want to drive like 6 hours to come see me,
I'm not opposed to it. Louis lives close by. Could be a 2-for-1.
I might have one night where I'm not doing work stuff, so I'll keep you guys in the loop. But yeah, thank you guys for cousin book clubbing with me. I'm enjoying it.